Hello everyone and welcome back to the Denver Broncos franchise. In the last episode, we won a close game against a very resilient Patriots team, 35-30. And this week, the 3-1 Denver Broncos face off against what is probably the best team in the NFL, the 4-0 Kansas City Chiefs. They have a 91 overall offense, an 85 overall defense, and an 88 overall team. As long as Patrick Mahomes exists, the Chiefs are going to be competitive, and they are a team the Broncos are going to have to get through if they ever want any playoff success in this series. The Chiefs have started the year 4-0 and they have done it in dominant fashion. 42 points dropped on the Bengals, 28 against the Seahawks, 42-3 against the Jets, and 28-14 over the Bills. This is maybe the best the Chiefs have ever been, but it's also probably the best the Broncos have ever been. Should be a fun matchup. Let's get into this week's action. First of all, we've got the rivalry game. You're facing a bitter rival in the Chiefs this week, and limiting the impact of Chris Jones must be top priority. We're going to praise Chris Jones. Chris Jones is a fantastic player. I don't think there's a way you can truly stop him. Your only hope is to slow him down and pray he doesn't wreck your game. Blaine Wynn on the interior, going to have his hands full today with Chris Jones. Also, Mahomes and Colbert have been the two best quarterbacks in the NFL this season. Mahomes still yet to throw a pick. Colbert, of course, had two in our last episode against the Patriots. But Colbert does lead in yardage, and I believe now has the solo lead in touchdowns. He does, but Mahomes is second. I'll say that whoever wins this matchup today will likely go on to win the division, and I definitely think the Broncos are at a bit of a deficit here. And the former Chief Justin Reed was injured in practice. He will miss today's action. That means that we are without our top two safeties and two of our top three wide receivers. There are worse injuries to have on your roster, but those definitely do not help. But let's not waste any more time. Let's get into this matchup against the Chiefs. Arrowhead Stadium. The winner of today's matchup will leave with the lead of the AFC West. It's the Denver Broncos and Dennis Colbert versus Kansas City and Patrick Mahomes. The Broncos will start with the football today, and we are underway here in Kansas City. And with Jerry Perry out injured, it is Michael Smart on return duties, and he only gets to the 23. Definitely does not have the elite Jerry Perry speed. Here comes Dennis Colbert. By the way, this is what we're currently working with at wide receiver now, with Jerry Perry going down as well as DeMarcus Stockton. It's Chester Truman, Cole Langford, Deontay Canty, and the little Truman brother, Daniel. Rashad Winters can play wide receiver. We saw it last season, so if needed, we can bring him into that spot. Definitely weak at wide receiver right now, though. We brought in DeMarcus Stockton this offseason in the draft, thinking he'd be the wide receiver too, and he got hurt very early on. But on 1st and 10, a man that's not hurt, it's Tyjae Spears, and he gets a good carry, jukes to the outside, and has a big run, gets to the 46. It's a big first down and a big 23-yard run for Tyjae Spears to start the day. My guess is that this is going to be a high-scoring outing. The Broncos' offense has been red hot, as has the Chiefs' offense. We'll look to throw here, and throwing is Colbert, finding Rashad Winters, but he has it punched out. Daniel Truman was on the field for that last play. I don't know if you guys spotted him. 2nd and 10, though. Tyjae Spears gets another carry. Maybe the running game is a weakness of the Chiefs as he gets 8 more yards, and it's 3rd and 2. Colbert out of the shotgun, is back to pass, has a man underneath, but is hit as he throws by Chris Jones. It falls incomplete. Now it's 4th and 2. And from this spot on the field, we'll probably have to punt it away. The Chiefs take over offensively from their own 9. A pretty good punt from Riley Dixon places them there, and Mahomes will look to throw for the first time today. Goes over the middle and incomplete in the direction of Michael Gallup, a free agent acquisition from this offseason. They've got Kadarius Toney, Michael Gallup, and Rashee Rice as their top 3 receivers, and Travis Kelce still on the team. In fact, speak of the devil, and he shall appear. Gets a 6-yard pickup, but he's down to an 89 overall. So he has regressed a bit. Still an X factor, but is starting to show signs of age. And this one going to be a completion to Rice, but he's just short of the first down yardage. 4th and inch is a great tackle from Dante Wake. Will the Chiefs elect to punt here? They will. So a slow start for both offenses, something I definitely wasn't expecting. We don't see a lot of punts in this series, but we do today for some reason. So we get this off to Chester Truman, and he's got room to work with. He jukes past one defender, but brought down from behind at the 48. Chester Truman, a huge part of why we were able to win the game against the Patriots. After losing 2 teammates, he has popped off at the wide receiver position, as he is known to do. Tajay Spears, another good carry. Can he get past this last defender? No, he cannot. A good open field tackle from the safety. It's a 1st and 10, though, and Spears is averaging like 12 yards per carry. 1st and 10 from the 32. Colbert back to pass again. Has Cole Langford. Huge blitz from the Chiefs. Colbert gets it off in time, so it's 2nd and 6. 3rd and 5 from the 27 for Dennis Colbert and the Broncos offense. Back to pass again. Another blitz coming. This one is to Spears, who finds another 1st down and is to the 15. A 1st and 10 for the Broncos, who are moving quickly down the field. 1st and 10 from the 15. I'm expecting a safety blitz, and there is one coming. Rashad Winters, though, is open over the middle. Touchdown, Denver Broncos. Rashad Winters, back to tight end this season, has been absolutely elite from there. Easily the 2nd best receiving target on this team this year, after Chester Truman, of course. This time he finds the end zone, and it's 6 points for Denver, who strike first in enemy territory. 1st and 10 from the 25 for Kansas City as they find themselves down 7-0. Mahomes will hand off to Isaiah Pacheco for the first time today. He's met by Dante Wake and Avery Baptiste. Not much of a gain there. It was a 2-yard pickup, so that makes it 2nd down and 8 with Mahomes out of the shotgun. Pacheco to his left. Looking to throw, though, and finding Kelsey, but a great play by Drew Sanders, the recently extended middle linebacker for the Denver Broncos. 3rd down and 8. Can the Broncos defense get yet another stop on one of the most high-powered offenses in the league? Mahomes scrambling, throwing downfield. That one is punched out by Patrick Surtain II. That's what he's here for. He punches it out of Kadarius Toney's hands, and it's a 3-and-out for the Chiefs yet again. The Denver defense really proving themselves here today after they struggled mightily against Mac Jones and the New England Patriots just a week ago. Denver offense takes over from their own 18, and it's Tajay Spears on another carry, nearly able to bounce that back, and it's a pickup of 2. 2nd and 8 from the 21. Dennis Colbert play action, back to pass, wants Cole Langford, but misses the throw. I think that was a corner on the blitz that nearly got the sack. That puts us in a 3rd down and 8 situation. Dennis Colbert takes a snap, looks to throw, wants Winters, and it is knocked out of his hands. So that will force a 4th down and 8, and the Broncos will punt it right back. So the Chiefs, with pretty good field position now, start from their own 35, 1st and 10, 2:22 left in the 1st quarter. Mahomes all day to throw. That's punched out, though, by Drew Sanders, saying to PS2, anything you can do, I can do better. Calling an audible, takes the snap, fires over the middle, and has Rice this time, brought down by Christian Gonzalez, but good for a 1st down, and to the 49 in Denver territory. The pass protection for Mahomes has been elite so far. Not been able to get any pressure from the 49. Pacheco on the carry, brought down by Christian Gonzalez again, and now Devin Bush will exit with an injury. We are getting bit by the injury bug. That promotes Avery Baptiste and potentially Dante Wake into the 2nd sub-linebacker spot alongside Drew Sanders. It's Mahomes running out of time and gets sacked. Brought down this time by Eric Armstead, a free agent acquisition from this offseason. A big sack on Patrick Mahomes, and now it's 3rd and long. 3rd down and 12 from their own 49, got pushed out of Denver field position, and this one is caught by Rice. He spins out J.L. Skinner and then goes down at the 28, but it's a 1st and 10 for Kansas City as we near the end of the 1st. Devin Bush with a bruised sternum. He will miss the rest of today's action. 1st down and 10, under center is Mahomes. Not a typical formation for the Chiefs. It's a handoff. Pacheco runs into about 1 billion players and gets 2 yards. The end of the 1st quarter, and Denver finds themselves up 7-0, but the Chiefs nearing the red zone. I definitely don't expect to be stopping the Chiefs on every single drive, but the occasional drive would be nice, as this one would be huge, and somehow not a penalty from Quincy Walls, who completely held the wide receiver there. Makes it 3rd down and 8. Denver's gotten a few 3rd down stops today defensively. See if they can get another. As we've got a blitz coming, and down goes Mahomes. It's Christian Gonzalez. Brings down Mahomes, and it's 4th and 17. They'll have to settle for a long field goal attempt. The Broncos defense is playing fantastic. The kick from the Chiefs is up, and it is just inside the left upright. That was very close. And it is 7-3 in favor of the Broncos. 9:21 left in the first half. The defense is putting this offense in a great position to extend the lead. 1st and 10 from the 25. And it's a handoff to Tajay Spears. And he goes down at the 31. It's a pickup of 6. 2nd down, it's Roschon in the backfield, and he gets the carry. Really nowhere to go, though. Chris Jones blows that up, and now it's 3rd and 2. 3rd down and 2 from the 33. We're keeping it on the ground, and Spears, can he get the first? Cuts it back, and he does. To the 36. The clock keeps ticking, and the Broncos keep the ball moving. It's now 1st and 10 with 7.5 minutes left here in the second. We'll look to throw, and we just have to throw this away with Colbert. Blitzer not picked up. They sent a huge blitz, and now it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 36. Spears will get the carry, goes up the middle, and another blitz from the Chiefs makes it 3rd down and 8. So can the Broncos convert on a 3rd down? No blitz this time from Kansas City, but Colbert was looking downfield, could have dumped it underneath. Just wasn't where I was looking. 4th and 8. Now from the 38, Denver will have to punt again. So what I was expecting to be an offensive battle has turned into a bit of a defensive battle. 7-3 still, Denver in the lead. Mahomes over the middle has his man, though. It's Rashee Rice. And it's 1st and 10, Kansas City, already moving quickly. Christian Gonzalez seems to be struggling to keep up with Rice so far today. 1st and 10 from the 36, as this is a handoff to Pacheco. Finds some running room and gets 6 yards out of it. 2nd and 4 from the 42. Mahomes throws and finds his man, brought down by Quincy Walls, but that's a 1st and 10 from Michael Gallup. Not quite to midfield, but closing in quickly. 1st and 10 from the 46, as there is a flag down. Looks like that was probably a false start, and it is. 1st and 15 from the 41 for Kansas City after the penalty. And Mahomes has a man downfield. It's Gallup who beat Dante Wake, and Cameron Bynum takes a terrible angle, and it's a touchdown for Kansas City. What a terrible performance by 3 different Broncos safeties. J.L. Skinner tries to clean it up. His tackle wasn't clean enough. Dante Wake gets beat off the line badly, and then look at this angle that Cameron Bynum takes. Just basically stops once he gets to Michael Gallup and has no choice but to chase him. 6 for the Chiefs. It's going to make it 10-7. Well, I think that just goes to show that's why you want to have your best safeties on the field, as 3 different safeties made a mistake there. Not as much J.L. Skinner, but definitely the other 2. Missing Eddie Jackson and Justin Reed for sure, though, today. 1st and 10 for the Broncos, and another, what in the world? Chester Truman catches that off the deflection, and it's a 1-yard pickup for the Broncos. I've never seen this before. So Chris Jones just absolutely dominates Quinn Miners off the line there on the right. And so Dennis about to take a hit. So I just try to get it off quickly to Chester. It bounces off of Blaine Wynn's helmet, our center. Bounces off his helmet, and then just goes straight over to Chester, who actually makes the grab. Imagine he gets a huge gain out of this. That would have been insane. Incredible completion from Dennis Colbert. 2nd and 9 from the 26 now. We'll go back to the ground, which has been working today, and Tajay Spears cuts it back to the inside, gets a few extra yards. Now it's 3rd and 4. From the 31, it's 3rd down. Dennis Colbert back to pass. Wants Chester Truman, but he stopped on his route, and it's intercepted. L'Jarius Sneed with the pick. I have to watch a replay of how this happened. I feel like this was not at all Dennis Colbert's fault. Chester Truman had the inside and then stopped the instant the ball was thrown. What was that? Like, EA has to cut me a break sometime, as Chester Truman, who is easily our most reliable receiver. I don't think anybody can argue that at this point. Nobody else is super open. I mean, maybe we dump it off to Tajay Spears over there on the far right, but I think Chester Truman's the play here. Colbert's about to take a hit, so just get the ball out quickly, give Chester a chance to make a grab. As soon as I throw, though, he just stops in his place. Like, what happened? Why does he just stop right here and then let L'Jarius Sneed get the pick for free, and then he extends his arm like it was somehow out of reach? I'm so confused. The throw from Colbert is perfect. It's right where Chester was going to be. He runs in place for a split second and it's picked. I just don't get it, EA. Make it make sense. Well, you play the hand you're dealt, I guess. And now it's a 1st and 10 for Kansas City at the Denver 30. So expecting more points from the Chiefs here as Kelsey gets to the 14. 1st and 10 for them. 3 minutes left in the second quarter. The Chiefs look like they're in prime position to add some more points as that is caught by Rashee Rice, and that's a pickup of 4. Keeping them out of the end zone would be the most ideal outcome here. 2nd and 6 from the 10 for Kansas City. Throwing quickly, finding his man Michael Gallup. He splits between 2 corners and has a 1st and goal down at the 2. That has brought us to the 2-minute warning, and now it's 1st and goal from the 2-yard line. Mahomes under center in the I formation, expecting a handoff here. It goes to the fullback, and Zach Allen involved in the tackle. 1-yard pickup, but no touchdown. It would kind of be a miracle if we can keep them out of the end zone here on 2nd and goal from the 1. Mahomes fires quickly and incomplete in the direction of Michael Gallup. Good coverage from Christian Gonzalez. So now it is 3rd down and goal. Mahomes out of the shotgun again with Pacheco to his right. Has time, fires, finds Kelsey, and it's 6 for the Chiefs. Touchdown, Kansas City, and they will extend their lead now 2 possessions. It'll be 17-7. When Colbert comes back on the field after the interception. So the Broncos, with 1:37 left in the first half, have to drive the length of the field and find a touchdown. Colbert back to pass, launching this one down the field and out of reach of Cole Langford. 2nd and 10. Colbert back to pass again. Gonna lob one up for Chester Truman. It's underthrown. Can he make the grab anyway? No. Lob pass. Now on 3rd and 10, we've had a false start penalty. Love to see it. And so now it is 3rd down and 15. 1:25 left here in the first half. It's play action. Colbert back to pass. Wants the younger Truman brother, Daniel Truman, but under pressure. Takes a hit. 4th and 15, we'll punt it away. I'll use this punt as an opportunity to say, like, I normally try to commentate in a very realistic way, sort of as if you're watching a Broncos game from like a Broncos homer of a broadcaster, right? That's the way I like to commentate these. I like to deal with some realism. That interception that Colbert threw in this game that is just not at all his fault has completely taken me out of this game. It's just insane. I get scammed by the game and now I'm getting punished. So here we are, 1st and 10, Kansas City from their own 24. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Absolutely zero pressure coming from the Broncos D-line, and that's a pickup of 9. I imagine they'll get points on this drive. Chiefs use their first timeout, so now it's 2nd and 1 with 1:01 left here in the first half. They do also start with the football in the second half, so this game already kind of feels out of hand at this point. So Rashee Rice makes the grab, gets to the 43, 1st and 10 Kansas City. 30 seconds left. Mahomes back to pass again, has a man. It's Travis Kelce, hits him in the hand, but not accurate enough. Now we find ourselves 2nd and 10 with 34 seconds left. Be nice if either of our 2 X-Factor edge rushers could get some edge rushing done. And that is a timeout for Kansas City, 3rd and inches. From the 47, 1 timeout remaining for the Chiefs. 3rd and inches from the 37, and over the middle immediately, and it's punched out of Kadarius Toney's hands. A big hit from Drew Sanders forces 4th and inches. Do they go for it here? They elect not to go for it, so they're going to punt it away. This will likely be into the end zone for a touchback. So maybe we'll get an opportunity at a Chester Truman lob pass of a touchdown. We do still have all 3 of our timeouts, so no need to rush things necessarily. Colbert back to pass, does want Chester Truman. Chased down by L'Jarius Sneed. We'll use our first timeout. 2nd and 4 from the 26. Back to pass is Colbert. Lobbing one up for Chester Truman. It might be a touch overthrown, and it is. He had a step. If that's a perfect pass, that's probably a touchdown. So for the last play of the first half, it's 3rd down and 4, and we're going to look to lob one up to Chester Truman again. He's got a step on his man, but L'Jarius Sneed gets the angle. So the first half ends, and the Broncos are in a hole through no fault of their own. 17-7 is the score. The offense couldn't get it going, but they also got scammed out of an opportunity. Let's take a look around the league, see who is winning. Baltimore faces Indianapolis in Indiana, and the Ravens are up 10-7 there. Texans visiting the Bengals, and the Texans get blown out. 42-21 is the final for the Bengals. And finally, the Giants visiting DC to play the Commanders, and it's tied up at 7 just before halftime. So the Broncos will need to make some stops defensively in order to get back into this one. The Chiefs start with the football here in the second half. It's a screenplay set up for Pacheco, tries to juke out PS2, but he makes the tackle. It's a pickup of 7. Definitely need a play from the defense. One stop would get the Broncos back into this game, but we probably need 2 in this half. And Christian Gonzalez gets us started with a loss for Pacheco. 3rd and 3 coming up. 3rd down and 3 for the Chiefs. Mahomes back to pass. Wants Kelsey, has Kelsey. JL Skinner couldn't keep up with him in coverage, and Cameron Bynum comes up to make the tackle. 1st and 10 in the red zone for the Chiefs, and they're on their way to more points to put this game away. So now we need the Broncos defense to at least hold them to a field goal. Keep it close for the offense. They'll get it going, I'm sure, as that's an incompletion from Mahomes. 2nd and 10 from the 18. Mahomes out of the pistol is looking to throw and finds Pacheco off to the right side. Drew Sanders needs to make a tackle, and he does. Now it's 3rd down and 8 from the 17. A hold here would be gigantic for the Broncos. It would make it 20-7, and it would give us some life here in the second half. Over the middle, finding Michael Gallup in front of Quincy Walls, and he holds on through the hit. 1st and goal, Mahomes from really just a touch inside the one handoff. Pacheco brought down by Drew Tranquil, and that is not a touchdown. Now it's 2nd and goal from basically the exact same spot. Looks like they might try an HB dive here, and it's actually a toss to Pacheco, and Tranquil all over it again. A great play from Drew Tranquil means it's 3rd and goal from the 7. 3rd down and goal from the 7-yard line. Mahomes back to pass, looking for a man, running out of time, lobbing one out of the back of the end zone. And that'll be 4th and goal, and I imagine they'll settle for the field goal. Well played by the Denver defense. This is honestly a must-score drive for the Denver Broncos. From the 25, Colbert will be back to pass. And he's going to step up in the pocket and run off to his right and slide down in front of Nick Bolton. Pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Colbert back to pass again. Wants Tajay Spears, and he holds on through the hit but can't break the tackle. Now it's 3rd and 2. Colbert perhaps a little paranoid from the amount of pressures he's been under today. And this time he'll throw for Chester Truman, who did a little stutter step before he caught the ball again. From the 38. Colbert back to pass, wants Deontay Canty, who does make the grab. That's a pickup of 6, slow and steady. 2nd and 4 from the 44. Colbert throws underneath for Langford, who holds on through the hit. He always seems to. And that's another 1st and 10. 3 minutes left in the 3rd quarter as we look to throw with Colbert again. And it's to Daniel Truman. He gets some playing time here today, and he picks up 8 on this reception. 2nd and 2 from the 44. Colbert takes a snap, hands off to Spears, who does fall forward, but only a pickup of 1, making it a 3rd and 1. Surely we can get a 3rd down and 1 conversion with Tajay Spears, and we will do so easily as he breaks this to the outside and gets to the 32, 1st and 10 for Tajay Spears. From the 32, Colbert back to pass, lobbing one up for Cole Langford, who's bigger than everybody else, but it falls incomplete. Makes it 2nd down, and from the 32, set up a screen for Tajay Spears, tries to juke it back to the outside, and now it's 3rd and 6. 3rd down and 6 from the 28. Dennis Colbert back to pass, has Rashad Winters wide open on the right side of the field, and that's a 1st down for the tight end. Gets to the 13, 1st and 10, Denver. And I said we have to score on this drive. It really needs to be a touchdown as the 3rd quarter is about to come to a close. We are going to take a snap and run a play. Get this to Spears, and he'll get a few yards out of it, fighting for even more, and it'll be 2nd and inches from the 3 when we start the 4th quarter. The Broncos are not out of this game, but it's going to be a tough one to win. 2nd and inches from the 3 to start the 4th quarter. Handoff up the gut. Tajay Spears, he punches it in. He's had himself a great day, and it continues here with a touchdown. The Broncos chip away at the Kansas City lead, and after the PAT, it'll be 20-14. The defense needs a stop. The Broncos defense needs to come up big. A punt would be ideal. I would accept a field goal. A touchdown would virtually end the game. Mahomes back to pass, and I thought that was intercepted by Cameron Bynum for a split second. Instead, it falls incomplete. So Mahomes, after the scary situation, out of the shotgun. Has some time to throw and goes over the middle, swatted away by PS2 in the direction of Kadarius Toney. So here it is. Is this the break? Can we get the 3 and out for the Chiefs? Mahomes calls an audible. And out of the shotgun, will look to throw. Has Kadarius Toney down the field, who beat PS2 and is going to outrun everyone for a Kansas City Chiefs touchdown. You very, very rarely see Patrick Surtain get burnt like that, and it comes at what was maybe the worst possible moment in the game. Just steps behind, made a diving attempt, and missed him, and then nobody else had the speed. Touchdown Kansas City. It's 27-14. Scratch that. It is not 27-14. They're going for the 2-point conversion. That makes sense. From the 2, Mahomes has time to throw and finds his man. The 2-point conversion is good to Rashee Rice. Now it's 28-14. Well, the defense let us down here on the offensive side of the ball. Let's see if the offense can match and at least keep the game close. If we can keep it within a score, we have a chance. Dennis Colbert under pressure, inaccurate. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Colbert's back to pass and tries to find A.J. Dillon. Blaine Wynn couldn't get out of the way. Now it's 3rd and 10 from the 25, 3rd down and 10. And Colbert, no time to throw. He fumbles the football. Recovered by one of the linemen, and it's 4th and 24 from our own 11. You can't really go for it here. We have to punt it away. Well, even more than last time, we need the defense to make a play. An interception, a turnover, really the only way to get Denver back in this football game. That's a completion to Travis Kelce, and it's a pickup of 2. And now Leonard Williams is injured, and we continue to get more and more hurt. 2nd and 8 from the 34 as they've got everyone out wide, and Mahomes finds Travis Kelce, but a good swat by Dante Wake. He got beat off the line, but he didn't give up on the play. Ankle bruise for Leonard Williams. Will keep him out for now. 3rd and 8. We saw how a 3rd down went last time. Maybe this time the defense won't get burned as Mahomes back to pass. Has all kinds of time despite the Denver blitz, and that is not a 1st down. Good tackle by Quincy Walls. It's 4th and 1 from the 41. The Chiefs will punt it away. This Chiefs pass rush has been absolutely incredible today. Colbert has had basically no time to throw the entirety of the day. This time he gets this off to Tajay Spears. He actually did have time to throw, and let's hurry it up. It looks like Chester Truman on the left side of your screen might be in one-on-one coverage. So we'll lob it up to him. Can he dust L'Jarius Sneed? He can. And it's the man of the hour. It's the Truman Show. Chester Truman. He does it at least once a game. He burns you down the field. Do not leave him in one-on-one coverage. He may single-handedly save the game for the Broncos. And he gets 6 here. So it's going to be 28-21, giving the defense another opportunity to make a stop. Pretty much the only way we're winning this game is if the defense makes one more stop. We absolutely have to have it as they hand it off to Pacheco, met by Baptiste and J.L. Skinner, and now Drew Sanders will exit with an injury, and he is headed to the locker room. This is so bad. Drew Sanders is what I would call the heart and soul of this defense. We're already without Devin Bush. So it's Dante Wake and Avery Baptiste as the sub linebackers. They're going to have to step up in a big way. Dante Wake almost did it. Swatted it away from Kelce. Could have been picked. That's why I love having a guy like Dante Wake on the team. He can play corner. He can play safety. He can play linebacker. He does it all. Can we come up clutch here? Mahomes under some pressure off his back foot. Finds Kelce, and it's complete to midfield anyway. It wasn't an accurate throw. You saw the meter was orange, but it's Patrick Mahomes. So, of course, it's going to go straight to his man. It's a perfect throw to Travis Kelce, and it's a 1st down for Kansas City. That was a very Patrick Mahomes play. A score from the Chiefs really at all ends the game, as this is a handoff to Pacheco, and he is swarmed by Denver defenders. Bruised sternum for Drew Sanders, so that is 2 guys in concussion protocol. If you don't know, Madden 24 does not allow the term concussion. So when you see a bruised sternum, that's basically the equivalent. So him and Devin Bush both out with bruised sternums. 2nd and 10 from the 50. Mahomes out of the I formation will look to throw, and that is incomplete. Got tripped up on his own man, did Kadarius Toney, and now it's 3rd and 10. This is where the stop would come from. We need it right now. A 1st down almost kills the game. Mahomes to Kelce, and he drops it. A terrible drop from Travis Kelce makes it 4th and 10. The Broncos offense is going to get the ball with a chance to tie here late in the 4th. That drop from Kelce might be the break the Broncos needed. 1st and 10 from their own 15. Dennis Colbert, play action, will look to throw, just dumps it off to Rashad Winters, and he gets a pickup of 5 to start the drive. We don't necessarily have to rush down the field, but it may be for the best to score quickly. We'll look to throw here. We get it to Chester Truman, and that is not enough for a first. 3rd down and 1 from the 25 on 3rd down. We're going to hand it off to Tajay Spears. He's going to get the first down yardage and go down at the 29. 5 minutes left to play in the 4th. 4.5 minutes is what remains in what has been a pretty tense battle between the Broncos and the Chiefs. It's a jet sweep for Deontay Canty, and there is nowhere to go. We try to get fancy, and we lose a yard. 2nd down and 11 from the 27. It's a handoff to Spears, and not a lot of room to work with. The corner on the left read that the whole way. Now it's 3rd and 8. I was hoping for a decent chunk more yards out of that play, but instead this is what we are dealt, and we lob it down the field for Deontay Canty. You'd think Rashad Winters would try to make a play on that, as it's towards him, but nothing doing there. The options here are to punt it away, try to get another stop defensively, or go for it on 4th. I think we have to risk our defense getting the stop. Going for it on 4th and 8 there and failing would have been a death sentence, but this at least gives the defense an opportunity to make a play, as Mahomes will hand off Pacheco, spins out of the way of 1 defender, and then goes down after a pickup of 1. There's 3 minutes left. 2.5 minutes. Mahomes out of the shotgun. Will look to throw on this play, and that is caught by Michael Gallup. And that'll bring us to the 2-minute warning. We've got 1 shot to make a stop. 2 minutes is all that remains in this rivalry matchup. Mahomes under center, offset I formation. Pacheco up the gut, meets Eric Armstead. There's timeout number 1 and a pickup of 3. A first down here would end the game pretty much. Not quite, but it'd be really, really close. Mahomes under center again with Pacheco in the backfield, and it is a carry for him and a great stop from the defense. 3rd down and 10. Now the question becomes, do they go to the air here? I think that they will. 3rd and 10 from the 27. The game pretty much comes down to this. Mahomes, time to throw. Throws to Pacheco. Need a great open field tackle, and we get it. The clock is still moving. We'll use our last timeout. We're going to get the ball with 1:40-ish left on the clock. Back to return is Chester Truman. If he gets an opportunity, I'm having him return it. He's the best return man on the team. He just never returns kicks, but we're going to let that one go into the end zone. There is a chance for Denver to tie the game up on this drive. We don't want to do it too quickly, though. You'd think maybe we just lob it up to Chester Truman. I think that that would leave the Chiefs entirely too much time. So instead, we got to play it slow to start and then try to score. 1st and 10 is a good start. Now it's play action and launching one down the field, or trying to, but taking a hit is Colbert. Stops the clock. 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 31. Colbert back to pass, has Rashad Winters wide open on the right, and he gets out of bounds. That is a huge 1st down pickup for Dennis Colbert and Rashad Winters. 1st and 10, 1:08 seconds left. Colbert just needs to throw this away. Live to fight another down. 2nd and 10 now as we're running out of time. Colbert back to pass, and is going to take a sack, and we'll have to hurry this up. Shaq Barrett with the sack. Our right tackle really struggling today. Colbert back to throw again, and we're just going to do it. Lob it up for Chester Truman. He makes the grab, and we got to hurry this up. We got to spike the ball down. That takes a ton of time off the clock. We spike it with 11 seconds left. 11 seconds left to play. This may very well be the final play of the day. Colbert back to pass. I think we just throw it away. We try again. Whatever this is, it pretty much has to go to the end zone. Take the snap. Look for Cole Langford. End zone intercepted. Well played by the safety. Gets tripped up at the 14, and the clock hits 0. The Chiefs win in the final seconds here in the 4th quarter. I thought we had it up the seam. They sent a huge blitz. They left Cole Langford, but it was too deep in the end zone. It gets picked, and that's the end of the game. What a great game this turned out to be. My heart was racing there at the end. That's the matchup I really wanted, and it was very, very fun. I just wish it kind of hadn't been ruined by that early interception. The interception that slowed Chester Truman completely shifted the momentum of the game, and it just kind of screwed us. Like, I'm okay with an incompletion there. Like, let's say Chester got it knocked out and we have to punt it. That's totally fine. But the fact that I get screwed by Madden and he just stops for a second for no reason, and then it gets picked because he lost the position to L'Jarius Sneed, it's just so dumb, man. That last interception, I think, is a fine interception. It's honestly kind of a cool way to end the game, I think. Very realistic, I would say. Dennis Colbert struggled. He was under under pressure all game. To be fair, the pass rush of the Chiefs is nasty. 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. Really, it was only 1 pick, or it should have only been 1. Mahomes was insane, as you'd expect. 3 touchdowns, no picks. Our defense actually played relatively well against a guy like Mahomes. Pacheco, 13 attempts, 14 yards. Our rush defense this year has been incredible. Spears, 13 attempts, 85 yards. Didn't get to run a lot in the second half because we were just down too much. Had to throw the ball. Receiving, Gallup is the one who ended up killing us, which is the guy Quincy Wallace was on. Quincy Wallace has not been great this season. If we look at the Broncos, Chester Truman was really the only guy. 7, 162 and a touchdown. Winters was good too. He just doesn't get huge yards like Truman does. Man, I miss our wide receivers. Jerry Perry with the speed threat, and DeMarcus Stockton is just a super well-rounded, tall receiver. Like, Langford is huge, don't get me wrong. He's just a little too slow, so it's hard for him to get open on routes. Where DeMarcus Stockton, our other rookie receiver, is like a 93 speed at like 6'2", 6'3". Having our safeties not in the game was bad too. There were several occasions where Justin Reed would have been very helpful. Just the injury bug kind of catching up with us really sucks. Also played the 4th quarter without Drew Sanders. Quincy Walls led in solo and total tackles, probably because he gave up so many catches to Michael Gallup. Dante Wake has 8 total tackles as well. TFL's Drew Tranquil with 3, Browning with 2, Gonzalez with 2, Armstead with 1. Baron Browning is getting like no sacks this year, which is a little concerning. Speaking of sacks, Armstead 1 and Gonzalez 1. Rashad Winters and Chester Truman each have an upgrade here. Winters needs to work on his deep route running still. I honestly think maybe we need to start working on his blocking a bit. He is a terrible blocking tight end. He's pretty much just a receiver. So let's put at least a point into blocking for Winters, maybe improve that a little bit. 2 lead block, 1 pass block, 2 pass block finesse, 1 pass block power, and 1 run block finesse. And Chester Truman with a morale boost is playing at a 90. This should make him a true 90 overall. And the biggest thing still is to just try to improve his medium route running. Release would be big too. I'm just going to go deep threat for him. Hopefully he gets a medium route running. He gets 3 awareness and 2 deep route running. I mean, he's already elite at deep route running. I was hoping for a release, but it is what it is. He's an elite receiver, a true 90 overall now. All in all, that was a very fun game and I enjoyed it a lot, especially in the second half. We did actually almost make the comeback, but let's see what this rivalry game thing says. We were expected to beat the Chiefs, so I imagine it's going to be some sort of negative impact on the team. Offensive linemen will have -3 pass block power and pass block finesse for the next game. Brutal, because our pass blocking was horrendous. Well, the Broncos fall to 3-2 and the Chiefs improve to 5-0. They might be on their way to an undefeated season, genuinely. I think at this point, it's honestly not too early to say that we likely will not be winning the division. It seems like the Chiefs are going to be like a 14, 15, 16, 17 win team, and I think the best we're going to hope for is probably around 12. So we're basically fighting for a wild card spot. But anyway, that is going to do it for this episode. In the next episode, we face off against the Seattle Seahawks, a team that's not quite as good as some of the teams we've faced in the previous couple of weeks. So hopefully we can bounce back and get a win under our belt and improve to 4-2. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you find yourselves coming back on the regular, go ahead and hit that sub button for me. It does help me out a lot. We're on the road to 2,000 subs, hopefully by the end of May. We're currently not quite on pace for that, but if you guys hit the sub button, you could really help out and we could hit that goal. But like I said, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode where we face off against the Seahawks. By the way, I just noticed the Raiders are 0-5. LOL.